Hey guys, it's Casey's Politics. So today I'll be making another 2026 House prediction, this time as of November 2025. We are about a year out from Election Day in 2026, so a lot can change from now. But with the information and the current districts we have, I'll be filling out this map. Firstly, we're going to start off with redistricting. So California passed Proposition 50, which essentially is gerrymander the congressional districts there in response to Texas. They created a couple toss-up seats where those are probably going to go to Democrats. Another Democrat state that may redistrict is Virginia, but I'm not sure. A map hasn't been released yet. And Maryland may be redistricting. New York may be redistricting. No new maps have come out for those states yet, so we're not going to make any changes now. But Republicans have already redistricted the Kansas City Senate seat. They may redistrict in Kansas, maybe Nebraska, maybe Indiana. They already redistricted in Ohio, making Marcy Kaptur's seats lean Republican. North Carolina's first has been moved to likely Republican with redistricting. Texas, of course, has redistricted, and Florida may be redistricting very soon. So there's a lot that can change from a year from now. But again, with the information we currently have, I'll be filling out this map. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. Now, starting off, Arizona's first. David Schweikert is running for governor. I don't expect him to be the Republican nominee, even though he's a pretty strong candidate. But I'm not sure who the Republicans are going to run in this seat. I'm not sure the low propensity voters are going to come out. There might be a more college-educated electorate. So I'll put it as tilt Republican, even though it's true Republicans have good voter registration trends in Arizona. Staying in Arizona with the 6th district, Siscomani. This is a pretty narrow Trump seat. Siscomani is a decent candidate. I'm not sure if he's going to run for re-election. But as of now, still, I'll put it as tilt. Democratic can absolutely change, though. Ken Galvert, he was pretty much drawn out. He will be running in California's 40th. Derek Chamber, hold on. Darrell Issa, again, I'm not really sure about this one. I'll put it as tilt Republican. I'm not really sure about these two races there. Colorado's 8th. Now, this is a pretty swingy district. Yadiro Caraveo, who was the incumbent who was knocked off in 2024, withdrew her candidacy. That's probably the best for Democrats because she's not a very decent candidate. Gabe Evans is a pretty decent candidate. He underperformed Trump, but it's Colorado, and it's a pretty swingy district, so I think Democrats are going to be able to flip it. So now we have Jared Moskowitz. I'm not sure if Florida's 23rd is going to be redrawn, but I'll keep it at a lean Democrat still. Marinette Miller Meeks in Iowa's first. Now, I really think Republicans were caught off guard in this race. Christina Bohannon ran a pretty decent campaign. Miller Meeks really underperformed Trump by a lot. A lot of money is going to go into this race, but I think ultimately Democrats will have a lot of energy factor and probably lots of low propensity Trump voters are probably not going to show up. Those are just the midterm elections. You saw it in Virginia and New Jersey a few days ago. Iowa's 3rd, Zach Nunn. I think he's going to hold on. He's a pretty strong candidate. I think a lot of Democrats underestimate how strong of a candidate he is. This may go down to tilt at the end of the day, but I'll keep it at lean. Frank Mervan, I think Indiana is going to redistrict, so assuming they do, I'll put it as lean Republican, assuming a redraw in Indiana's first. Now, Jared Golden just announced his retirement from the House. It's pretty much an automatic flip. Paul LePage is going to be the Republican nominee. I think LePage will win by a couple points. He'll be facing State Auditor Matt Dunlap. And we have Tom Barrett in Michigan 7th. Now, Tom Barrett is a decent candidate. He has more like that traditional Republican appeal in the Lansing Center districts. Barrett faced a pretty weak candidate last time around, though, in Curtis Hertel. I'm not sure who Democrats are going to run this time, but with the national environment, I'll put it as lean Democrat. Michigan's 8th, McDonald Rivers. He's probably going to win by 4. I think that's fair. John James, who is retiring to run for governor. His seat is going to be pretty competitive. This is only a Trump plus 6.5 seats. I think it's going to be really close, but I think Republicans will be able to hold at the end of the day. I'm not sure who the Republican nominee is going to be there, but I think Republicans are going to be able to hold there. Angie Craig, no change there. Emmanuel Cleaver, his district was drawn out around Kansas City. I'm not sure if the map will be struck down, though, But as of now, that's the new Kansas City Center District, so that's going to be another redistricting flip. And another redistricting flip here, North Carolina's first. North Carolina legislators recently drew a new map, so Don Davis will be put in a likely Republican seat. It looks like he will be running in North Carolina's first still. I'm not sure if it's going to be likely and perhaps may get down to lean, but nevertheless, is going to be a flip in North Carolina's first. Now, I'm not sure if Republicans are going to redistrict in Nebraska. There's been talk about it. Don Bacon is retiring. If there's no redraw, it's pretty much a guaranteed flip. This is like a Kamala +5 district. I think Republicans really don't have much of a bench here. So if there's no redraw, I think it's probably going to be like a 4 or 5 point Democrat win. This race can actually be maybe a sleeper flip with Kelly Ayotte coattails. So we have to watch out for that one. And Thomas Keene is a pretty strong candidate. I expect him to hold on. He outperformed Trump by around 4.2 points. He's a pretty decent candidate. New Jersey's ninth is an NRCC targets, but I don't think Pooh is ready to go down yet. Maybe Republicans will flip this district in maybe 2030, 2028. I'm not really sure with trends. Trump won this district, but after the New Jersey governor election, I'm a little bit skeptical of Republicans doing better in New Jersey, even though it's true Republicans have good trends in New Jersey. New Mexico second, this is like gerrymandered to hell, so I'll put it as lean. Same with Nevada's third there. It's pretty gerrymandered. It's actually a narrow Trump district, but Susie Lee, she's incumbent. I expect her to win. It's probably going to be likely. Probably same with New Mexico second. I could see Nevada's third going likely. Well, I'll keep it at lean because maybe Joe Lombardo coattails and Republicans have decent trends in Nevada. New York's third. Tom Suozzi is a pretty strong candidate. I don't expect him to lose anytime soon. Same with Laura Gillen. She's a pretty strong candidate. She may even win by a likely margin. But New York is also trending Republican, so I'll just keep it at maybe like a 4.5 point win for Gillen. Mike Lawler, I think he's going to hold on probably by around 3 or 2. He's a strong candidate, so I think he's gonna survive the Democrats' wave. And Josh Riley, of course, I think it stays lean Democrat. Greg Landsman in Ohio's first. So this was made to be a Trump +3 district, I believe, around Trump +3. But I think Landsman is still going to be able to hold on. I don't think Republicans have too much of a bench. Landsman is an okay candidate. This district may flip somewhere down the road, but I think as of now, it'll stay Democrat, especially with the Cincinnati suburban trends. I think it's going to stay Democrat. And we have a redistricting flip. Ohio's 9th, Marcy Kaptur, will finally go down. She will probably lose by like 3 or 4 in Ohio's 9th, the new Ohio 9th district. And Amelia Sykes, she's probably going to hold on. Well, she will hold on. Ohio's 13th was drawn to be a bit more blue as a part of the compromise map. So Landsman and Kaptur were put in harm's way so Sykes can have more of a blue district. Ryan McKenzie, this district is going to be really close. McKenzie only won it by a point. Susan Wild is not running for the seats. But there can be Josh Shapiro coattails. I'm not sure who the Democrats are going to run, but I'll just put it as lean Democrat. Pennsylvania's 8th. It seems like Democrats found a decent candidate. They found the mayor of Scranton to run. Bresnahan, he's not really the strongest candidate. He has a little bit of some stock trading scandals, stuff like that going on. At the end of the day, I still think he's going to hold on because this is a pretty red trending district. Scott Perry in Pennsylvania's 10th. I think this may be the year he narrowly goes down. The Harrisburg suburbs seem to be trending really Democrats. So I think Perry is going to be narrowly knocked off. And we have some redistricting things here. Al Green, he will be thrown out of the House. And Henry Coryard, Texas 28th. It seems like he's going to hold on. He's pretty popular among Hispanics, it seems like. There's been some rumors of him switching parties, but I don't think that's going to happen. Rumors of him being in prison by the time the election is around. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Texas 23rd, that's another automatic flip. Vicente Gonzalez in Texas 34th. This is a red trending district. It was also redrawn to be more red, so I think it's going to narrowly flip Republican. Greg Kasser on Texas 35th. That's another pretty much automatic flip. Then we have Jen Kiggins. Kiggins is a strong candidate, but after the Virginia elections in 2025, I'm really not very confident in Virginia. So I think as of now, Democrats are going to be able to flip this seat, especially with a more college-educated electorate. Same kind of thing with Virginia 7th. This may even go to likely Democrat. This may go down to likely Democrat. Republicans really going to have many people to run. Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez is going to face a stronger candidate this time, but I still think she's going to win narrowly, even though she's going to face a stronger Republican. Republicans nominated Joe Kent the last couple election cycles. He's a really weak candidate. She will be facing better opposition this time, but I think she's still going to hold on because he's a decent candidate. Wisconsin's third. Derek Van Orden will be facing Rebecca Cook, who came really close to winning in 2024. It seems like Cook has some dirt on her. She endorsed Bernie and Mamdani, so that's not going to be very good for her in ads. But Van Orden is a pretty weak candidate, and I think Democrats are going to be narrowly able to pick this off. Maybe even tilt. We'll put it at lean. So this is the 2026 House map a year out from the election. 220 to 215. This is going to absolutely change, and I expect it to, especially with redistricting in Florida. There could be redistricting in Kentucky, Kansas, Nebraska, so those have to be kept to watch on. So thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. This is Casey's Politics.